Well, if you are in Bengaluru tonight, do not whistle. And you might wonder what this is all about. Don't worry, I'll give you some context. Bengaluru authorities, they have imposed a whistling ban in public places during New Year's Eve celebrations to ensure public safety. This ban is part of a broader set of measures aimed at maintaining order and preventing incidents during the festivities. Additionally, the city has also banned masks, and these are fancy party masks, in public places, and over 11,000 police personnel, they have been deployed to maintain law and order. The police will also be monitoring potential rave parties and drug-related activities. Remember, these measures, they're likely a response to past incidents such as the 2017 mass molestation case on the MG Road, which highlighted the need for quite a stricter crowd control and safety measures. Will this new diktat work for Bengaluru Police? Will it leash the roadside Romeos? Well, these are some of the questions we will try and seek answers from. You can in fact call us on the number that you see on your screens and tell us your views. In the meanwhile, I'm also currently joined by Brinda Adige. She's a social activist, she's a women activist, she's based out of Bengaluru. Brinda Adige, you know, your first reaction to this entire diktat that Bengaluru Police has put in place?
At the outset, I have to place on record that these precautionary measures are being taken as a result of past experiences. And whistling in public is also street sexual harassment. Now,
Absolutely.
That is something most people don't know, because earlier it was called, eve teasing. It is no more eve teasing. This is an offense. It's a crime. And these have come in as a result of a lot of work done by women and women's rights activists. So it's no longer eve teasing, it is street sexual harassment, and so whistling is prohibited. And that is not so much as a diktat as much as enforcing the law itself. People may not know about it, but they must realize that this is a law that is getting enforced. And with that, there is a lot of other clauses also which the police have not yet probably announced. The other part of it, not wearing masks. Now, we already know that even without masks, it is so difficult to get a hold of people who commit these kinds of crimes in crowded places. And this is an excuse for them to get away. So probably not wearing the mask is a good precaution, though some people might have health reasons for wearing a mask, and they may have to probably forego the celebrations for tonight because they are not allowed to wear a mask. And I think this is important mostly to keep people safe and also to ensure that nobody can get away after causing any kind of mischief. So I would not call it so much as a diktat as much as a precaution that the police are taking. We must place responsible celebrations on the part of the citizens also.
Absolutely, and we'll try and take some calls at this point. In fact, I'm joined by Captain Jakpal from Rohtak. Captain Jakpal, do you think this entire ban is an overreaction, or do you think it is a necessary measure to ensure public safety?
Young man, it is absolutely uncalled for, and it shows the mental bankruptcy. I'll make 4 points. A thing of beauty, joy forever. If the God will be happy, beauty will be happy, and the entire everybody around will be happy, so long as it is very graceful and very, very civilized. Secondly, this means for 364 days of the year, you can whistle. And thirdly, how will you deduct? How will you prove? And under what section will you charge? I think there should be slow clapping and hooting for the people who have brought this stupid issue on the screen. Imagine if the work of the NDTV is not appreciated. Handsome is one that handsome does. Thank you.
All right, Captain Jakpal there from Rohtak says that this should not just be, for one day in a year, but also if these measures are being put in place, they should be put in place for the entirety of the year. I have another caller at the moment, and we'll get to this caller. Brinda Adige, I just wanted to understand the potential consequences of implementing a ban in public places. What do you think can be the potential consequences of such a ban?
See, one is it's a ban, but it is very, very difficult to monitor it when we
Yeah.
are looking at the kind of crowds that are going to be there. And we heard the police commissioner yesterday. It's about 7 lakh people who will be on the streets at different points, at different roads, at different probably malls and shops and hotels. Now, that said, every space seems to have about 1,500 to 2,000 police. Even that, if you look at 1 lakh in a place, 2,000 police men and women, absolutely difficult to monitor. But the bans of this nature is to probably give a warning to people that you may be pulled up. If we see that you are disrespecting a ban that has been put in and you have worn a mask or you are hooting or you are whistling, then you could be pulled up and you could probably be detained, because that is another order that has been already given, saying that if such a warning is given, maybe people will not do it. But remember that enforcing something like this and monitoring it is an extremely challenging job. That said, I do hope that the public will become responsible, will be responsible. I also agree with your earlier caller that this is not something that should be there only for the 31st of January, but throughout the year. But today, maybe this is just to tell people that here we are stopping, we are banning, you can't have your mask on, you can't be whistling. So these things done, I don't think there's always 100% saying we will be able to control and stop everything. These are all just precautions, and precautions for the public to also cooperate with the state agencies and the police.
Absolutely. In fact, I have another caller joining us at this moment. I have Mr. Anil Deshpande joining us at the moment from Bengaluru itself. Mr. Deshpande, do you think this ban will be effective in maintaining public safety there?
No, not at all. To be frank, it is even a regressive, not a progressive one. There are several options to maintain this women's safety, but this is not the correct way, especially during this time, the season.
Okay. But how do you feel about this entire ban in Bengaluru, sir?
No, it doesn't work out properly because it is a cosmopolitan city. Now, you cannot control everybody every time at the moment. There are several areas. You cannot even go, police cannot even visit there. Then something goes wrong there. How would you say that? It is effective. Only one part they are controlling. But what about other part of the Bengaluru?
Okay. Brinda Adige, the entire concept of, in fact, the effectiveness of such a ban on specific behaviors. I want to understand from you the larger issues, because it is related to the larger issues like harassment or violence. How effective can this be?
How effective is going to be a very, very difficult question to respond to. The previous caller said that this is going to be there or it's not going to be effective because it's only in all of these main spaces where there is festivities happening and people kind of gather there for whatever reasons. But that said, the police cannot be everywhere all the time. What are communities doing? Why have we not taken up this responsibility of keeping our communities safe, of teaching our children, our family members, that there is this kind of behavior that is unacceptable, that is humiliating, that is regressive, even when you or I whistle at somebody because we think we are powerful and they will not be able to report us and get back to us. So all this said and done, the effectiveness is for today. The effectiveness is also taking the support of technology, because every 40 meters we know that there are these huge screens, electronic visual screens that are there. So in case there is a space or a spot that the police may not be there standing or watching, there can be these CCTV cameras which are already placed that people will be monitoring very closely and will be watching who might be misusing or disrupting the place or abusing or, breaking that entire peaceful celebrations that are meant to be. So the effectiveness cannot be told that this is the responsibility of only the police. The effectiveness is also reporting. So sometimes maybe the technology may not work, maybe somebody is not at that place to monitor the CCTV camera. But if any public standing there, sitting there has come for the celebrations, comes to know about something that has been put today as a ban, they have to report to the nearest police. And I'm sure there are police every 10 meters. So
Absolutely.
responsibility is not just on the police, but on the entire city and the people and the citizens of this city.
Well, how effective is this ban going to be? Will it promote women's safety? There are many questions that still need to be asked and answered. Brinda Adige, thank you very much for speaking to NDTV.